Welcome back to How Would I Book WWE in 2020. Next up it's Clash of Champions. 1. Christina Aguilera vs Britney Spears vs Mandy Moore in a ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. Mandy Moore returns after SummerSlam. But I would have Mandy Moore cheat to win by winning her second IC title. 2. Byron Saxton vs Stephanie Joseph for the United States Championship. Byron wins the US title at Payback. But however, due to the distraction from Michael Cole and Corey Graves, Byron Saxton retains. 3. Georgie and Leary vs Anna Garrett and Melissa Christopher for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Anna and Melissa wins the number 1 contenders match. But Georgie and Leary was able to retain their Raw Tag titles. 4. Fay Wills vs John Cena in a police match for the WWE Championship. John Cena wins the number 1 contenders match against Backstreet Boys and Sophie Stidhard. I would have Fay Wills retain after Eric Bischoff betrays Cena. Last, Little Mix vs Jen for the Universal Championship. Jen wins the number 1 contender match against Simply the Best, Tyra White, and Albert. This will maybe beginning of the outrageous birth. But even then, Little Mix has cheated to retain due to Amy's help. Next up it's Hell in a Cell. 1. Little Mix vs Jen in a Hell in a Cell I Quit match for the Universal Championship. Jen gets her rematch at Hell in a Cell. In the end, Jen has forced to say I quit as Little Mix retains. But then after the match, Jen turned heel to align with the Universal Champion, Little Mix. 2. Christina Aguilera vs Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon turned heel on Christina Aguilera on Raw's draft. I would have Shane McMahon win by disqualification after Christina hit Shane with the steel chair. 3. Catherine Park vs Five for the trophy. Five has Catherine Park a punishment. She will be forced to defend her trophy. But however, Five wins the trophy after Amy Eakin turned heel on her partner. And finally, Fay Wills vs John Cena in a Hell in a Cell match for the WWE Championship. John Cena gets his rematch at Hell in a Cell. In the end, John Cena would finally end Fay Wills to win his 14th WWE Champion. Next up it's Survivor Series. 1. Team Raw, which consists of Britney Spears, Lucy Cardiff, Simply the Best, Sophie Stidhard, and Albert vs Team SmackDown, which consists of Brooke Vincent, Jen, Bethany Platt, Tyra White, and Catherine Park. I would have Team Raw to get their victory, which scores 1-0. 2. Raw Tag Team Champions I5 vs SmackDown Tag Team Champions Georgie and Leary. The match ends with Georgie and Leary winning for SmackDown, which scores 1-1. After the match, they shake hands as their sign of respect. 3. United States Champion Byron Saxton vs Intercontinental Champion Mandy Moore. I would have Byron win from Raw thanks to Michael Cole and Corey Graves, which scores 2-1. Last, WWE Champion Fay Wills vs Universal Champion Little Mix. Fay wins back her WWE Champion from Cena before Survivor Series. But however, due to the distraction from Jen, Little Mix wins from SmackDown which scores 2-2, which means a tiebreak. Last it's TLC. 1. Fay Wills vs Britney Spears in a TLC match for the WWE Championship. Britney wins the number 1 contender match against Sophie Stidhard and Simply the Best. Five was able to cash the trophy, but Fay Wills destroys Five, and she ends up retaining her WWE title. 2. I5 vs Michael Cole and Corey Graves for the Raw Tag Team Championships. WWE 2K commentaries need their championships. I would have Cole and Graves win the Raw Tag titles due to Byron's help. At this point, the WWE 2K20 commentaries has all the gold. 3. Little Mix versus Bethany Platt in a TLC match for the Universal Championship. Bethany Platt wants the Universal title match, but Little Mix retains thanks to Jen. Last, Dave Ferguson versus John Cena in a Millionaire Series 5 death match. Dave Ferguson screws Cena out of the WWE title. But in the end, for the shocking moment, John Cena shocks the moment by winning his match by throwing Ferguson out of the fire.